दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं।
I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced,
agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है।
I'm Amita Wadhwa.
I'm Pratibha.
मैं हूं शिखा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us.
Process it, analyze it,
And broadcast it. After the spot reporters,
we are the first responders.
we are at the front line.
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times now, action begins here.
When news is troubling,
They rented this house right here, and 3 days later, she was murdered.
when news is for common man,
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
when news is for nation,
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post, which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
when news is exclusive,
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of actual control.
we report from ground zero. Times now, action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track,
A deep dive into stories that matter.
raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh,
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The news hour at 9.
Welcome back. We're going across to the BJP headquarters in the national capital, where in fact celebrations have begun. There have been slogans of Jai Shri Ram, Modi hai to mumkin hai, Sanatan Dharm ki Jai. Sweets have been distributed in the national capital, where the party headquarters are seeing a huge rush of workers and senior leaders. Also, we expect the Prime Minister to address the party workers gathered over there. Let's go across to Mohit Bhatt, who's joining us from the BJP headquarters. Mohit, what's happening there at the moment?
Hundreds of workers have gathered over here to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and you can see JP Nadda, BJP president, has entered the BJP office extension over here, and you can see in all these visuals that how hundreds of workers have come over here to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and in some time from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be coming over here to address the sea of crowd who have come here to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the win that the BJP has got today, and you can see we'll just try to speak to few people, but as of now what we can see is that the road which leads to DD Umag is completely choked with the sea of crowd that has come over here, and hence we see that people over here are having Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mask, various banners in their hand, and hence we see women, men over here, they are celebrating, and let's see that what exactly they have to say on this particular issue, because what we know is that various other leaders are also going. Ma'am, महिलाओं ने इस बार बहुत वोट दिया है प्रधानमंत्री को, महिलाओं ने वोट दिया है इस बार प्रधानमंत्री को, बीजेपी को, तो क्या कहेंगे आप लोग? आप यहाँ पे आए हैं प्रधानमंत्री का स्वागत करने के लिए।
हमारे मोदी जी सबसे पहले जिंदाबाद, उनकी मेहनत, उनकी कार्यशैली,
उनकी महिलाओं के प्रति समर्पण, वो हमारी मोदी जी की जीत है। और वो है तो संसार, हमारा राष्ट्र सुरक्षित है। हमें मोदी जी की गारंटी पे विश्वास है कि मोदी
एक बड़ी जीत आज बीजेपी की हुई है।
बहुत खुश। छत्तीसगढ़ में हमारी मोदी
They are the slogans of Modi hai, Mumkin hai being played over here. The songs are being played, Madhav, and in some time from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be reaching over here and he will be addressing the sea of crowd which has gathered over here. The workers of the BJP who clearly say that is because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi they have got this particular win. Now I'll show you the visuals around. These are the visuals where leaders are coming to the BJP headquarters. It's completely chaos over here because people want to have one glimpse of Prime Minister Modi. They want to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And we also have Manoj Tiwari over here. Let's see what exactly he has to say on this particular issue. What exactly Manoj has to say. So here you can see that now Manoj Tiwari has also reached. We'll just try to talk to him that what exactly he has to say on the issue, because as of now he has prepared a song for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. मनोज जी गाना बना लिया है, आज इतनी बड़ी जीत मिली है, क्या कहेंगे?
देखो जी, हमने तो यही पहले कहा था, आपसे भी बात हो रही थी जी, तो भी मैंने कहा था कि राजस्थान तो हम अवश्य जीत रहे हैं, हम मध्य प्रदेश के साथ साथ छत्तीसगढ़ भी जीत सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमने आपको पहले भी कहा था जब हम चुनाव से लौटे थे स्टार प्रचारक से कि हमने बहनों बेटियों को गुस्से में देखा था बघेल जी से, क्योंकि उन्होंने वादा करके कि 1000 रुपया महीना देंगे और धोखा दे दिया। युवाओं को कि 500 रुपया बेरोजगारी भत्ता देंगे कह के धोखा। राजस्थान में कह के कि किसानों का कर्ज माफ कर देंगे, धोखा। तो राजस्थान के साथ साथ छत्तीसगढ़, जिसको कोई नहीं कह रहा था कि हम जीत सकते हैं, ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रति विश्वास है, क्योंकि जब मोदी जी ने गारंटी दे दिया तो फिर सबकी सारी बातें फेल। नरेंद्र मोदी जी की गारंटी, इस देश की जनता उसका महत्व समझती है और उसी का ये रिजल्ट।
मनोज जी, अपने अंदाज में कुछ आज कहना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि आज कार्यकर्ता आपको सुनना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि बीजेपी 3 राज्यों में जो जीती और एक बड़ी जीत है, मध्य प्रदेश में बड़ी जीत है, राजस्थान में बड़ी जीत है, छत्तीसगढ़ में जहाँ बीजेपी को कोई नंबर नहीं दे रहा था वहां भी एक जीत हुई है, तेलंगाना में भी बीजेपी के अच्छे नंबर आए हैं। आप कई राज्यों में गए थे, आज अपने अंदाज में क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
देखो जी, मैं आपको एक कविता की मार्फत बोलना चाहता हूँ कि राजस्थान में चप्पा चप्पा बीजेपी को प्यार है, छत्तीसगढ़ में आई भाजपा मोदी गारंटी का आधार है, मध्य प्रदेश की गली गली में भगवा की हुंकार है, लाडली बहनों की बातों से निकला ये आधार है, 2024 में अब 400 भी पार है, 2024 में भी अब 400 भी पार, हमारी भावना है।
All right, so that's Manoj Tiwari, of course, in his usual style, putting out a poem there, a song rather, that he was sharing with Mohit Bhatt. Let me quickly go across to Shivani and Akanksha as well, who are joining us. Coming across to you first, Akanksha, take us to the party workers there. How excited are they, and by how soon will they be able to get a glimpse of the Prime Minister there at the BJP headquarters, Akanksha?
Well, absolutely. The mood here is absolutely electrifying. I request my camera person to just pan around and show people, the party leaders, the workers are excited as ever. Let us just go across and speak to few of them. क्या कहेंगे? बहुत बड़ी जीत हुई आज बीजेपी की, 4 में से 3 स्टेट्स में भी जीत चुकी है।
ये जीत मोदी जी की जीत है, मोदी जी की जीत है। उनको जीत, उनके मुंह में तमाचा है जो बोलते हैं पनौती। आज पनौती वो खुद है। कांग्रेस इस देश से गायब हो चुकी है, 2 स्टेट में राज्य में रह गई है, अपना ये तेलंगाना में शायद आ गई है, अभी
तेलंगाना में जीत गए। क्या कहेंगे? बहुत बड़ी जीत,
बहुत बड़ी जीत है मोदी जी की, और ये पनौती राहुल गांधी पे चढ़ गई।
Again, let's show you the mood here outside the BJP headquarters. This has become a canvas of joy. More and more party workers are pouring in here. In just some while, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also expected to arrive here.
All right, Akanksha as well as Shivani and Mohit, I'm going to request you all to stay on with us. We're going to keep coming back to you for more updates through the course of this evening. For the moment, we're slipping into a quick break, but lots more ground reports there from the party workers as well as leaders who are arriving at the BJP headquarters at the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg in the national capital, where our reporters are going to continue to bring us live updates. Stay tuned.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white. Not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention, please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Mamita Vadva. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिखा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now. Action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here and 3 days later she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani force which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of factual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh.
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white. Not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The news on at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी
Hello and welcome. You are watching Mandate 2023 with me, Padmaja Joshi. Viewers, the results today have surprised many as the BJP secured a clear majority in 3 states in the Hindi heartland. Remember, the 3 states that have overwhelmingly voted in favor of the BJP today contribute 65 Lok Sabha seats together and can be seen as a significant boost for the party in the run-up to 2024. Over the next few minutes, we will put our focus on why this mandate is a huge win for the BJP, not just in the region, but for political messaging overall. The Saffron party managed to increase their vote share by over 7% to secure 48.8% votes in Madhya Pradesh and increase their vote share in Chhattisgarh by 12%. Right now, the BJP's vote share in Chhattisgarh stands at a whopping 46%. In Rajasthan, the BJP secured over 41% of the votes. It's important to realize that all of these 3 states have a large population of OBCs as well as tribals, and in many of these regions, the BJP has increased their seat share by a great margin. Let's actually show you the big numbers and what it actually means and how the share of the BJP has grown over time. Then I will go across and show you on that screen a seat-by-seat analysis of how entire regions across these 3 states have just flipped in color. From blue, they have gone completely saffron. But let's take a look at Madhya Pradesh. And when we are talking about the Hindi heartland, the messaging is very clear. This is a season of Kesaria, of Bhagwa rather, not Kesaria. From 40% in 2018, the Congress has pretty much retained its vote share. Look at how interesting this data is. The Congress's vote share has remained almost constant, a marginal dip of about 0.45%. But the BJP is the story over here. 41.03%, and they go up to 48.77%, and this happens, mind you, when everyone had written obituaries for the BJP, coming as they did after 18 years of anti-incumbency weighing on them. They denied tickets to many of their candidates. There were many people who openly, so much so that if you remember, that Bhupendra Yadav, when he had gone there, he was one of the election in charges. There were people who openly started sloganeering in front of him. Eventually, Amit Shah had to go to the Mahakaushal region and hold meetings with the disgruntled workers and talk to them in closed-door meetings. But 48.77%, I believe that KTR is having a press conference now, losing out on Telangana. Let's quickly listen in to him.
ఈ బాధ్యతను తప్పకుండా సమర్థవంతంగా నిర్వహిస్తాం. ఎందుకంటే ఒకటి వాస్తవం, గత 10 ఏళ్ళు మాకు ప్రభుత్వాన్ని అప్పచెప్తే ఎంత సమర్థవంతంగా నడిపామో, ప్రభుత్వాన్ని అప్పచెప్పినప్పుడు ఎంత మరి విశ్వసనీయంగా, ఎంత విశ్వాసంగా ప్రజలకు సేవ అందించాము, అదే పద్ధతుల్లో ఈరోజు కూడా మరి ప్రజల కొత్త పాత్రలో కూడా తప్పకుండా మరి ఈ ఎదురు దెబ్బను ఒక పాఠంగా ఒక గుణపాఠంగా తీసుకొని ఇందులోంచి కూడా నేర్చుకొని సాగుతాం. అయినా బీఆర్ఎస్ కి ఆనాడు టీఆర్ఎస్ గా ఉన్న తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు బీఆర్ఎస్ గా మారిన మాకు ఈ 23 ఏళ్లలో ఎన్నో సందర్భాల్లో ఎత్తులు పల్లాలు అన్ని చూసినాము. కాబట్టి అసలు అనుకున్న లక్ష్యం తెలంగాణ అదే సాధించినాం. సాధించిన తర్వాత 2 పర్యాయాలు ప్రజల చేసిన పని పట్ల చాలా సంతృప్తి ఉంది. ఈ రోజు ఫలితాలు కొంత నిరాశపరిచిన బాధ ఏం లేదు, అసంతృప్తి ఏం లేదు. ఎందుకంటే నేను మా కార్యకర్తలు మా నాయకులకు నేను చేసే విజ్ఞప్తి ఒకటే, మనము కేసీఆర్ గారి నాయకత్వంలో ప్రజల ఆదరణ పొందడానికి ప్రజల మన్నన పొందడానికి విశేషమైన కృషి చేస్తున్నారు. మీ అందరికీ నా శిరస్సు
all the leaders and cadre have worked hard under the leadership of KCR and I would like to thank all of them.
తప్పకుండా అందులో లక్షలాది మంది కార్యకర్తలు ఎంతో మంది నాయకుల శ్రమ మీ అందరి పోరాట ఫలితం. ఒకటి మాత్రం పక్కా, ప్రతిపక్ష పాత్రలో ఏదైతే దీన్ని కూడా అలవోకగా ఇందులో ఇమిడిపోతాము. 100% ప్రజల పక్షాన ప్రజల గొంతుకై మరి రేపటి రోజున ప్రభుత్వాన్ని నడిపే వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా మరి వారిచ్చిన వాగ్దానాలు కానీ ఇంకోటి కానీ వాటన్నిటి విషయంలో
we will fulfill the responsibilities given to us as an opposition and we will become the public voice.
చెప్పాలి, మాకు అడుగడుగున అండగా నిలబడ్డ మా కార్యకర్తలు ఒకవైపు, అదే విధంగా మా నాయకులు ఒకవైపు.
Okay, so the BRS has conceded the elections. KTR there saying we take it as a lesson. But let me cut straight across now to the BJP office, the BJP headquarters in Delhi, and that huge sea of people. It's become quite a regular feature where you have, after every such win, the Prime Minister, the BJP President, Amit Shah, they reach the BJP headquarters, meet the Karyakartas there. Over to you. You've got Akanksha, Shivani and Mohit Bhatt over there. Mohit, first to you. What are the people saying there? What are their takeaways? What is the message of the day? Over to you.
Well, Padmaja, I'll show you the scenes around here. My camera person Mukesh will show you. There's a sea of workers, hundreds of workers have come over here at the BJP headquarters to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There's a massive security in place over here, and you can see that how exactly they have come over here. And the BJP office is completely decked up. The lights have been cut over here, and you can see people have come over here. They are raising slogans. Let's talk to them and ask them that what exactly they have to say. Bhai sahab, 3 राज्यों में बड़ी जीत हुई है बीजेपी की, आप क्या कहेंगे? आप लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं, प्रधानमंत्री का स्वागत के लिए आप लोग तैयार हैं, क्या कहेंगे?
पहले तो प्रधानमंत्री को जय श्री राम। और जो प्रधानमंत्री सबको साथ लेके चलते, सबका साथ और सबका विकास, ये उसकी जीत है। प्रधानमंत्री की जीत है, प्रधानमंत्री के कार्यकर्ताओं की जीत है। और जो राहुल गांधी ने टिप्पणी बार बार प्रधानमंत्री के खिलाफ करते हैं, कभी भी उल्टी सीधी हो रही है, पनौती राहुल गांधी को जन्म से। और
ये पर्सनल रिमार्क्स मत करिए, आप तो जीत गए हैं, पर्सनल रिमार्क्स की बात नहीं करेंगे। आज आपकी जीत की बात करते हैं। आप प्रधानमंत्री के स्वागत के लिए आए हैं सर, आप लोग क्या कहना चाहते हैं? प्रधानमंत्री से क्या अपेक्षा करते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री क्या कहे? और दूसरी बात, 3 राज्यों में एक बड़ी जीत भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिली है, पूरा ऑफिस सज चुका है प्रधानमंत्री के स्वागत के लिए।
मोदी जी की गारंटी की गाड़ी दौड़ रही है, चल नहीं रही है, दौड़ रही है। वो ये 400 पार लोकसभा में मोदी जी की गारंटी मोदी जी को देगी। और जनता का इतना प्रेम है मोदी जी के साथ, युवाओं का ये टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग की हार है, जो टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के साथ खड़े हैं ना, उन लोगों की हार है। ये मोदी जी का जो देश प्रेम है और जो युवाओं का देश प्रेम है, ये मोदी जी को उस चीज की जीत।
आप लोग क्या कहना चाहेंगे सर, कहाँ से आए हैं?
मैं आया हूँ दिल्ली से। मेरा कहना है कि देश के भ्रष्टाचारियों को मोदी जी ने मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया है और जनता के जनार्दन ने ये चोरों को जूता मार करके बाहर किया।
There you heard people are speaking over here and they are raising slogans. They are raising slogans over here, and in some time from now, what we believe is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be coming over here, and let's see. And you can see that how the sloganeering is being done. And as of now, what we know is that PM will come over here. He will be addressing the gathering over here. And these are the scenes outside the BJP extension office over here. Now, Padmaja, there's one interesting visual that has come over here. Let's talk to few of the people and talk to them, that ask them that what exactly they have to say. सर एक बात बताइए, बीजेपी के ऊपर सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये उठता है कि माइनॉरिटीज की बात वो नहीं करते, मुस्लिम्स की बात नहीं करती। आप लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं, ऑपोजिशन कहती है कि माइनॉरिटीज के खिलाफ बीजेपी रहती है, क्या कहेंगे?
किसने कह दिया? किसने कह दिया? विपक्ष को तो दिखाई दे दिया ना, जवाब दे दिया ना। इससे बुरी हार क्या होगी? मोदी जी की जो मोदी जी ने जो नारा लिया है सबका साथ सबका विकास के साथ, जो मोदी जी ने जो योजना
सबका साथ सबका विकास जब प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं तो वो आप लोगों को महसूस होता है, लेकिन ऑपोजिशन कह रहा है।
एक बात बताइए, कोरोना की महामारी के अंदर क्या हिंदू को ही वैक्सीन लगी, मुसलमान को नहीं लगी? और 80 करोड़ जो राशन दिया मोदी जी ने, क्या हिंदू को मिला, मुसलमान को नहीं मिला? आवास योजना मुसलमान को नहीं मिला? ये तो सबका साथ सबका विकास वाली बात है।
सर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? बाबू इधर आइए आप। चल के बात करेंगे। मैं बिकॉज ऑफ सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न पुलिस इज आस्किंग टू मूव अस टू दैट साइड। जो एक चीज जो प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं सबका साथ सबका विकास, और प्रधानमंत्री और बीजेपी पे जो इल्जाम लगता है कि माइनॉरिटीज खासतौर पे मुस्लिम्स की प्रधानमंत्री नहीं सोचते हैं, लेकिन आप लोग आए हैं पीएम के स्वागत के लिए।
हाँ, पीएम के स्वागत के लिए आए हैं। मोदी मित्र हैं।
विपक्ष तो कहता है कि मुसलमानों की बात प्रधानमंत्री नहीं सुनते हैं।
नहीं सुनते हैं। दुनिया में घर बनवा दिए उन्होंने, मुसलमानों के, हिंदुओं के बनवाए क्या उसने? मुसलमानों के नहीं बनवाए, सबके बनवाए हैं। जो सुविधा सबको मिल रही है वो मुसलमान को नहीं मिल रही है क्या? यहाँ सब चीज मिल रही है मोदी के राज में। पहले कांग्रेस के राज में कभी कुछ नहीं मिला, सब मुसलमानों को टारगेट करा है उन्होंने।
So there you heard the members from the minority community have also come over here, and they basically say that it's a fake prerogative propaganda that the opposition resorts to. And as of now, Padmaja, you can see that how the workers of the BJP, the supporters, they have been asked to move towards that side, because any moment from now we expect that Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be coming here. And I'll ask the camera person to pan towards that side. The BJP office, Padmaja, is all decked up to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The lights have been kept over there. A huge stage has been put over there, and in some time from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be coming over here. Many of the leaders from the BJP ministers, they have come over here, and in some time from now, we'll hear from the Prime Minister that what exactly he has to say on this win, which is said to be the semi-final of 2024. Back to you.
Interesting. There is news just coming in. We are being told that Amit Shah has already reached the BJP office. Before I go across to my other colleagues, news just coming in from Telangana as well. All Congress MLAs who have won from their constituencies have been called for a meeting in Hyderabad. Revant Reddy, Manikam, Tagore and others will be participating in this meeting, and they are likely to meet a governor to submit a letter for forming government. The Muhurat apparently is good tomorrow, and then the next good Muhurat is on the 9th. So top leaders will be discussing on which is a good date for a swearing in. Another very interesting thing about Telangana politics, that there is a lot of superstition about Muhurat. KCR, if you remember, had actually changed the geography of entire buildings. Some buildings had to be redone so that they were Vastu compliant. That's how superstitious he was. He did a massive yagya in his farmhouse where, many leaders of the BRS had to be called just before the elections. And he said that is for the well-being of the people of Telangana. Somit with me on the phone line. So which is it finally going to be? Which is the ideal Muhurat? Somit.
Well, now the Congress leaders are discussing, the top cadre is discussing, because tomorrow the mandate is very much clear. They are now 64 above, and they are leading in 1-2 seats. So I know now they're discussing about the Muhurat, and because tomorrow it's a good time for swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Minister, and if not tomorrow, then the Muhurat is on 9th. So basically, we can say that Revant Reddy believes, about Muhurat and all these performing pujas. So now it is expected that tomorrow, they're mostly considering tomorrow or on 9th. So we have to wait and see. But by night it will be clear, because all the MLAs who have won across several constituencies have been called to the Hyderabad city for the meeting, and later everything will be decided. And by tonight, they might also meet the governor, because they have the single largest party. They will be called to the governor office, and they will be submitting a letter that they will be forming the government. And mostly swearing-in ceremony will be on tomorrow or on December 9th. So we have to wait and see. And the top leaders are discussing about this now.
Up till now, we thought that the issue of Chief Minister was completely settled. But I was just watching Twitter, Somit, and very interesting hashtag is being trended. And that hashtag, I will just read it out for the benefit of our viewers. It says, and it's at number 4, CM Bhatti Anna. Now, this, of course, refers to the working president, I think, of the TPCC. What's going on? Who is this CM Bhatti Anna, and who wants him as CM? Somit, is there still some confusion about who will be CM?
Well, Padmaja, this is, there is this thing that because after Revant Reddy, the, famous or the prominent leader is Batti Vikramarka, and also he belongs from the SC community, and also he is from the Mudira constituency, where actually we can say that he's the SC face from the Telangana state, and also he was in the CM race, but obviously Revant Reddy will be in the number 1 place, and Batti Vikramarka will be in the number 2 place, and even his followers and also few leaders who belong to the BC or the SC community, they wanted Batti Vikramarka to be the chief minister. So obviously that is not possible as of now, because it is very much clear that even Revant Reddy has got the go-ahead from the central party. It looks like that, and we are already seeing the security cover being provided to him, and also even DGP has arrived at his residence today afternoon. He was suspended later to discuss about the swearing ceremony, to discuss about the PSOs to be given to the winning candidates, and everything was discussed. And it looks like even the day before yesterday got call from the Mallikarjun Kharge about the confidential meeting about Congress winning, and today it's clear that Congress has won. So Batti Vikramarka is in the second place, and after Revant Reddy, we can say that because after 2018 elections, he was given as the CLP leader. So Revant Reddy became as the president, and another big post has been given to the Batti Vikramarka, and that is the reason we can say that there are 3 to 4 candidates in the Congress party who are in the CM race. But Uttam Kumar Reddy has already stated that if AICC says, then I'll abide by it, and I'll accept Revant Reddy as chief minister. Komat Reddy, Venkat Reddy, we have to listen yet from him. And Batti Vikramarka is also silent anything speaking about the chief minister post. But it is very much clear that Revant Reddy will be becoming chief minister.
All right. So right now, the issue has been settled by the party leadership, but will the other leaders from the backward caste, from other communities, take claim at some point? Will they want their pound of flesh? Interesting days ahead. So, Amit, thanks very much for joining us. But if there's one thing that's absolutely clear, that the Hindi heartland has made up its mind. It's a massive saffron sweep, and we have given you details, just the sheer vote share. Joining us, Neha Joshi, National Spokesperson, BJP, Tushar Gupta, Senior Editor, Swaraj, member of the BRS, Rekha Rao, Omar Junaidi, political analyst. And my first question is to Abbas Haider, National Spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Sir, you are a party from Uttar Pradesh largely. Do you think that it's time to recalibrate your choices and your politics, because people in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan have been unforgiving? Many are wondering if this is about the Panoti insult, whether this is about the kind of abuses that were hurled at Sanatan Dharm. But either which way, at least the voters of these states have given a clear message. Question is, are you listening?
Padmaja, see, we respect the mandate of the people, and whatever it is, this is, we can congratulate Bharatiya Janata Party in 3 states and Congress Party in Telangana. This is all we can do. But as far as Samajwadi Party is concerned, Samajwadi Party was fighting in Madhya Pradesh. We were fighting for the rights and honor of OBCs, for the PDA, and basically people of Madhya Pradesh was seeing Samajwadi Party as an alternative. But as you know, we were fighting on just 68 seats. So people of MP knew that we are not going to make the government. And so there was a bipolar election, as the results are indicating. So Samajwadi Party would like to thank the people of Madhya Pradesh. We have received around 1,78,000 votes as of now in Madhya Pradesh, and counting still goes on.
No, sir,
and
you
yes,
actually said all we can do is congratulate. There is something else you could do. You could tell Swami Prasad Maurya that he can stop calling Ramcharitmanas a disease. That is something you can do, or you can risk complete annihilation in Uttar Pradesh in the next few elections.
Padmata, you can also ask the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson to stop their MLA from Hardoi, who is saying that no God exists in India. There have been no deities in India, who is disrespecting the God and goddesses of this country. So I'm saying that whatever statement it would have been, it was a personal statement. It was not the ideology of Samajwadi Party or any
Well, sir, if it was a personal statement, people might just take it very personally. Entirely up to you. That's your brand of politics. If you think that people are stupid when you tell them कि ये उनका निजी वक्तव्य है, कितना निजी है और कितना
we have fought on issues.
You have fought on issues and you've drawn a blank.
For certain issues,
in Madhya Pradesh, you got a 0. Your overall vote share also came down.
No,
just to point out.
Padmaja, no. Padmaja, it's not about how many seats you are winning. We might have won maybe 1 seat or 2 seats. Last time we won 1 seat. Yes, but we have fought for the issues. No matter what the result is, Samajwadi Party is going to work again with double efforts we're going to put in. And I think, Lok Sabha election is going to be different altogether. Every state has got different issues. Every state election has, they are fought on different state regional issues.
That is true.
And, aspiration of people for Lok Sabha are totally
that is true,
different.
but there are some existential questions, and remember, the human being is the same. It's not like I'm going to change as a human being for the Lok Sabha and say, oh, now I'm okay with being insulted. In the assembly, I had a problem, but for Lok Sabha, I'm like, okay, you keep insulting my religion, I'm still going to vote for you. The essential human being is the same. Neha Joshi, respond. Different issues, different election.
Thank you, Padmaja. Padmaja, as a young political actor, and also as a citizen of this country, my 3 top takeaways from these election results would be that 1, politics of welfare and good governance trumps politics of last-minute freebies. We saw that in Rajasthan, how freebies were doled out even in Chhattisgarh at the last moment, but people paid no heed to that, and especially the women voters have shown the way that they cannot be lured or manipulated with last-minute freebies. Second takeaway would be that women voters actually are standing behind PM Modi and his politics of good governance. That is one of the chief takeaways, because if you would see that wherever the women vote share goes up, the same thing we saw in Uttarakhand and UP too, it's a decisive mandate for the BJP and Prime Minister Modi. And the third would be that the divisive politics, the narrative that we saw in these 5 state elections, they talked about caste, they talked about the North-South divide, but people absolutely rejected all of that. The India Alliance, of which Samajwadi Party is also a member, they couldn't get to agree on in even one state of fighting election together. There was no alliance that we saw. In fact, we saw them taking pot shots at each other at the smallest provocation. So I think if we look at these elections as a trailer to 2024, politics of good governance is here to stay. This is a decisive mandate given by the people of Bharat. I'm not going to say North, South, whatever. And the reaction that have come from senior leaders of the Congress party who are trying to make it about North versus South, I think that's going to be the last coffin in the nail of this so-called
so
India
it has to be some kind of divide. It either has to be, Hindu-Muslim, or you have to say it's OBC versus upper caste, or you have to say, oh, look, the South has done the right thing. Remember Mr. Gandhi, when he was in Wayanad, he had said that the people of Wayanad are very mature electorate. So people of Amethi who had been voting...
Chidambaram has done just that today, Padmaja, if you look at his tweets. And, they tried to play this OBC card that the BJP is anti-OBC. The BJP, the maximum representation in the Union Parliament of OBC communities from the BJP, the maximum number of OBC MLAs in the country are from the BJP.
And this North-South argument, if you're saying that people of Amethi are immature, then why have they been voting not just for Mr. Gandhi, but for his ancestors? Remember, Mr. Gandhi is not the first person from his family to fight and win from Amethi. You've had everyone from his family. His mother is winning from a neighboring constituency, but apparently people from that area are not mature enough.
Well, Padmaja, Mr. Gandhi has always been our trump card, wherever he goes, we end up winning by a decisive margin. So, may God bless him and he continues his streak.
Well, God bless everyone. Anyway, everyone should have a very, very long life. But Tushar Gupta, what is this a rejection of? That is my bigger question. Is it a rejection of divisive caste politics? Is it a rejection of what is being called freebie politics, or some other parties call it welfare politics, or of just abusive politics?
I'll be a little philosophical instead of political, Padmaja. What we are witnessing is unprecedented. 2023 was supposed to be the year when BJP would have been tested in the Hindi heartland. They were coming with 9.5 years of anti-incumbency in the center, 18 years of anti-incumbency in Madhya Pradesh. Their leadership in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh was without clarity. What do we end up with? A mandate the BJP would not have expected 4 days ago. 160 plus in Madhya Pradesh with an 8 percentage point difference from the Congress. You tell me anyone in the BJP who 4 days ago would have told you this is what's going to happen.
And I think another state that we are missing out on, doubling of the vote share in Telangana. And the reduction of the vote share of the AIMIM, doubling of the vote share of the BJP, and for them to get 9 seats, Ms. Rekha Rao, do you think that regional parties need to be doing a serious rethink? The BJP's politics is absolutely clear. The Congress's politics is also clear. I'm not saying it's successful, but at least it is clear. Which side will the regional parties go now?
Here, I don't think it is a question of national party or a regional party. I would limit my talk to Telangana. Two successive voting, he was there, our KCR sir was the CM. And if you see the history of elections, it is very common that not for third time, none of this person became the CM. So that is one thing. And we lost the game, not because we did not perform, we performed. If we see the statistics of Niti Aayog or Ministry of Statistics, whether you take health or education or export or investment, we were in top 10, in some cases top 3 and top 4 as well. So that is one thing.
That's fair. Yeah, the question still remains. The nub of the question is, why did you lose? Clearly you did something where the people have rejected you, not just lost. Your tally is less than half of last time.
Yeah, we have lost, not because we did not perform or something. Few things, what I think is that maybe our political bosses, they were not very much in the masses, our CM and 2-3 top leaders, that is one thing. And again, when we said gas cylinder for 500, someone said 400, that made a big difference. You believe it turned out today after the elections and all, I went for a round.
I'm sorry, did you say that your top leaders were not among the masses?
I mean, they were not able to interact with them. That is one thing what we have.
Okay, so interesting admission there from Rekha Rao. Maybe there is a course correction and a soul searching that's already going on in the party. I'm taking a very, very quick break because there will be plenty of analysis, but we have to underscore, and we'll underline it with data, that this is no ordinary election result. There have been the kind of results coming in from several states of big names, people like Jeetu Patwari, who were thinking that they have a shot at becoming Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, who are losing by massive margins. How did this happen? How do you read this election result? Quick break, back in a minute. The Prime Minister is about to reach the BJP headquarters, so don't go anywhere.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Mamita Badwa. I'm Pratibha Tehushiga Malhotra, and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters,
We are the first responders.
we are at the front line.
Of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now, action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here, and 3 days later, she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post, which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of factual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh,
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The news hour at 9.
Welcome back. Let's cut straight across to the BJP headquarters in Delhi. The Prime Minister is expected there any time now after leading his party to a spectacular win in 3 states out of 4 today, for which results were counted. And make no mistake, this is a win for the Prime Minister's face and his alone. He has said repeatedly on the election trail across these states that this is Modi ki guarantee. He spoke again and again that, and you know, in these elections actually, he made a personal appeal. He wrote an open letter to the voters saying, vote for me. I promise you that you will get the fruits of development. Over to Mohit Bhatt, Prime Minister just entering. Yes, Mohit.
Well, yes, Padma.
Go on, Mohit, take it away.
Well, Padma, as of now, we are outside the BJP headquarters over here, and you can see that how hundreds of workers have gathered over here to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And we also know for a fact that how all these workers, they have been anxiously waiting for welcome of Prime Minister, and they say that this win is just because of the Prime Minister. And you can see that the BJP headquarters over there is all decked up, and in some time from now, all these workers will welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sir, 3 राज्यों में आज एक बड़ी जीत मिली है, आप लोग यहाँ आए हैं, क्या कहेंगे?
3 राज्यों में जीत, इससे एक तरफ जहां खुशी है, दूसरी तरफ 2024 का आगाज है। ये जो 3 राज्यों की जनता ने ये पूरे देश को संदेश दिया है कि आने वाले समय में ये 3 राज्य तो मोदी जी को बनाएंगे प्रधानमंत्री, पूरे देश को प्रधानमंत्री बनाना चाहिए मोदी जी।
24 की आपने बात की, तो वहाँ पे तो वो जो इंडिया ब्लॉक की जो बात करते हैं वो प्रधानमंत्री के सामने आएगा। अब चुनाव खत्म हो गए, इंडिया ब्लॉक की मीटिंगें शुरू हो जाएंगी, तो क्या कहेंगे?
वो एक कहावत पुराने वाली है ना, भानुमति ने कुनबा जोड़ा, कहीं का ईंट कहीं का रोड़ा, कुछ नहीं है उसमें, INDA में कोई दम नहीं है। ये जो 3 प्रदेशों की जनता ने जो एक तरह से अपना पूर्ण बहुमत देके एक तरफ इशारा किया है कि 2024 के अंदर भी ये पूरा देश का एक वोटर अपने दिल में बिठा चुका है कि अगली बार भी इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी होंगे।
सर, आज की जीत को आप लोग कैसे देखते हैं? आप लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं, प्रधानमंत्री की जीत है, एक बड़ी जीत है, क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री के चेहरे पे ही ये चुनाव एक तरह से लड़े गए थे।
साथियों, मेरा नाम लक्ष्मण गरवा है और मैं शेरगढ़ विधानसभा 124 नंबर जोधपुर संभाग का प्रभारी रहा।
अच्छा,
इस चुनाव के अंदर
जोधपुर के राजस्थान के बारे में बताइए कि उम्मीद कांटे की टक्कर की थी, लेकिन जो टक्कर हुई उसमें तो बीजेपी मार्जिन आराम से छू लिया।
बिल्कुल कांटे की टक्कर कोई नहीं थी, किसी को फ्री का नहीं चाहिए। महिलाओं और सब में इतना उत्साह था कि हमें फ्री नहीं चाहिए, हमें मोदी चाहिए, इतना उत्साह रहा। और महिलाओं का टोटल वोट आप वोट परसेंटेज देखें तो कितना आसमान छू रहा है। तो और मेरी जो शेरगढ़, चाहे महिला हो, चाहे दलित हो, चाहे एसटी हो।
आप भी राजस्थान से हैं सर? आप भी राजस्थान से हैं? अच्छा, आप राजस्थान से। सर ये बताइए कि मुख्यमंत्री कौन बनेंगे? आप वहाँ के प्रभारी?
राजस्थान से नहीं, मैं भी दिल्ली से
प्रभारी थे। आपने कहा कि आपने वहाँ पे रहे, तो मुख्यमंत्री कौन बनेंगे अब? ये
देखिए, मुख्यमंत्री तो संगठन का अपना फैसला है। हम कैसे कह सकते हैं? संगठन खुद सोचेगा कि भाई किसको प्रधानमंत्री बनाया जाए।
सर एक बड़ी जीत प्रधानमंत्री का इंतजार अब है थोड़ी देर के लिए।
देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के इस कुशल नेतृत्व में आप देख सकते हैं कि इन 3 राज्यों का चुनाव जो हुआ है, ये एक निर्णायक चुनाव है आगे आने वाले 2024 के में, जिसमें महिलाओं का और युवाओं का, जो आज से 4 दिन पहले मोदी जी ने बोला था कि जो मेरी देश की जो 4 जातियां हैं वो गरीब, किसान, युवा और महिलाएं हैं, और आज उन महिलाओं ने सिद्ध करके दिखा दिया है। मैं खुद मध्य प्रदेश से, उज्जैन से हूँ।
आप उज्जैन से, सर आपने महिलाओं की बात की, महिला खड़ी है यहाँ पे, उनसे ही ले लेते हैं ये बात के महिलाओं ने जो बढ़ चढ़ के जब वोट किया और कहा जा रहा था कि महिला डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर होंगी मध्य प्रदेश में, चाहे लाडली बहन योजना हो, महिला सुरक्षा की बात चाहे राजस्थान में हो। महिला के नाते आप कैसे देखती है कि महिलाओं ने आखिरकार क्यों वोट किया प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के नाम पे बीजेपी को?
70 वर्षों में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने राज किया, आज तक उन्होंने कभी महिलाओं की सुरक्षा की बात नहीं की, कभी आत्मनिर्भर महिला की बात नहीं की, सिर्फ वोट लेना और अपनी राजनीति चपकाने का काम उन्होंने किया। केवल नरेंद्र मोदी जी ऐसे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री भारत को मिले हैं जिन्होंने महिलाओं की बात की है, जिन्होंने दलितों की बात की है, उन्होंने विश्वकर्मा समाज को ऊपर उठाने के लिए उन्होंने अनेक योजनाओं को समाज को दिया है, और वही योजनाएं जो महिलाओं को मिली हैं, आज महिलाएं बड़े उत्साहित हैं, वो आत्मनिर्भर बन रही हैं।
Let me also cut across to Shivani Sharma. It's nice to see that even though these people are workers of the BJP, but they are quite familiar with the various schemes and their outcomes. When the entire call for OBC caste census was at its peak, the Prime Minister had brought in the Vishwakarma Yojana, and most of the people who benefited from it were actually OBCs. These were workers, skilled artisans, and they were given government grants through the Vishwakarma Yojana. This is not a handout, it's not a dole out, but it's an upskilling exercise. But over to you, Shivani. Today, there are workers from across the states of the BJP who are there to see the Prime Minister. What do they think about 2024? Is it a done deal according to them?
Padmaja, we'll keep showing you the visuals from outside the BJP headquarters, where where Prime Minister is expected. But yes, definitely, it was freebies versus the common man's interest that was seen by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in various kind of transformations that we've seen, the OBC reservation or the women reservation bill. And here there are people from all the communities, and as we've seen that these people have been saying in Rajasthan also, when we were traveling in across the states we were traveling, they were all saying that all the sections of the societies are being thought of by the central government and by Prime Minister Modi. आपको क्या लग रहा है, आप यहाँ पर आए हैं, कम्युनिटी की बात होती है, क्या लगता है कि मोदी जी ने सबके बारे में सोचा, ओबीसीज हो, महिलाएं हो या फिर मुस्लिम हो?
जी 100% मोदी जी ने सभी धर्मों को और सभी जातियों के लिए एक समान काम किया है। आप देख सकते हैं कि जितनी भी योजनाएं हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी की, चाहे वो गैस जुला योजना हो, चाहे वो आवासीय योजना हो, अंत्योदय योजना हो, स्वधनी योजना हो, वो हर उस व्यक्ति के लिए है जो व्यक्ति अंतिम पंक्ति में खड़ा हुआ है। और इन्हीं योजनाओं का लाभ आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिल रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो दूरगामी सोच है कि जो सक्षम लोग हैं उनके अलावा जो लोग ऐसे हैं, नीडी पर्सन है, जिनको नीड है, वहां तक पहुंचना ये बहुत बड़ी सोच है।
आपको लग रहा है आज मोदी जी यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं, उनका भव्य स्वागत होगा, उनको धन्यवाद कहना चाहेंगे कार्यकर्ता भी और जो लोग लाभान्वित हुए वो भी?
देखिए, जहाँ तक धन्यवाद की बात है तो कार्यकर्ता आज उनको तीनों राज्य और पूरा भारत उनको धन्यवाद कर रहा है। बस मैं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से एक ही बात कहूँगा कि ना हिंदू खतरे में है, ना मुसलमान खतरे में है। मोदी जी ने जिन राजनीतिक लोगों की दुकानें बंद करी हैं, उनके खानदान खतरे में।
So this is the sentiment out here. आप यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं क्या? आप राजस्थान से हैं? आपके साथ
the catchwords are very interesting. ना हिंदू खतरे में, ना मुसलमान खतरे में, सिर्फ कोई एक खानदान खतरे में. I have to take another quick break. I will come back and get a reaction from Umer Junaidi about how different politics of various parties have to be, or will they be recalibrated, and if not, what fate awaits them. Quick break. Prime Minister is expected in just a while from now. Mr. Nadda, Mr. Shah are already there at the BJP office. Don't go anywhere.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white, not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं. देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई.
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं. निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में. राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है.
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly Speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है. I'm Mamita Badwa. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिखा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now. Action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here and 3 days later she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now I'm just few meters away from Pakistani force which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of factual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna.
And Pranesh.
At 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity, and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth, and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white. Not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The news hour at 9. Weeknights at 9. Only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है। I'm Amita Badwa. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिखा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now. Action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here and three.
Welcome back. We're talking about a saffron sweep across 3 states of North India. Many people now turning it into a North versus South. The South has voted the Congress. The North only has gone for the BJP. But remember, it is much more than that. It's an oversimplification because these are guarantees of the Prime Minister. He was the face of the campaign for his party, and ultimately that's what has carried the day for the BJP as well. Here's what Yogi Adityanath said.
जनता जनार्दन ने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व को स्वीकारा है, उनके डेवलपमेंट के मॉडल को, गरीब कल्याणकारी योजनाओं को और भारत की छवि को वैश्विक मंच पर स्थापित करने के उनके प्रयासों को हर एक स्तर पर पब्लिक ने स्वीकारा है। ये चीज़ें दिखाती हैं कि 2024 के लोकसभा चुनाव में देश की जनता तीसरी बार भी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में पूरी मजबूती के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी को सपोर्ट करके तीसरी बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में देश के अंदर लेकर के आएगी।
So the face of the Prime Minister is going to be the BJP's go-to mantra in 2024 and before that. But here's that reaction I was talking about where Karti Chidambaram saying the South, as soon as it became clear that the Congress was going to be coming into power in Telangana. What do you make of this, Tushar Gupta? I mean, when did we start doing this? The South is with so-and-so and the North is with BJP.
Well, I wonder what he means because Congress just has 2 of the 5 states in the South. And that too, Karnataka, the BJP's vote share is intact. In Telangana, their vote share has gone up. In Tamil Nadu, they're making inroads. So I don't know what this tweet about the South is all about, this melodramatic
And what
tweet.
about one of their governments in the North? So what is Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu? Is he not supposed to be part of the Congress? He'll be wondering, what am I doing in this party then, if we are supposed to be a South party?
Probably the Congress finds it too unimportant now that they have 2 South states.
And by the way, let me also, I think it's quite safe to say that the BJP right now has more MPs in the South than the Congress.
Absolutely, absolutely. And come 2024, the smaller parties in the South have all the reasons to ally with the NDA because they see Congress as a rising force and they would want to counter it. We've already seen it happen in Karnataka. We'll see it happen in Telangana also. And Andhra, and anyway in Andhra, Jagan anyway votes with the NDA. So what does the South, what are they trying to imply? What worries me, Padmaja, is what some of the Congress supporters are trying to imply on social media networks. They're trying to imply perhaps that the South Indian voter is more informed.
No, and this has been said by Mr. Gandhi, like we were discussing earlier, when he was in Wayanad. He said that, I always find people in this constituency much more evolved. People in the South are much more evolved.
Then, Padmaja, perhaps the Congress can say goodbye to ever making the government in the center, because you may win any state anywhere in India. You need to respect the diversity.
100%. And are you saying that you do not ever want to be in government in Uttar Pradesh? वो literally South का उल्टा है. वो North है. North Pradesh है वो. And you are saying the South. Anyhow, when we are talking about this kind of a saffron sweep, activity there again picking up at the BJP headquarters. But Umer Junaidi, where does this leave parties like the AIMI, religion-based parties? Because now there are two very clear poles to the politics. There is the BJP and there is the Congress. उमेश जुनैदी साहब, आपको आवाज आ रही है? अगर एक तरफ है बीजेपी बहुत क्लियरली और उनकी राजनीति जो है क्लियरली इज गिविंग डिविडेंड्स इन द स्टेट्स लाइक छत्तीसगढ़, इन मध्य प्रदेश, इन राजस्थान, और दूसरी तरफ है कांग्रेस की राजनीति. बाकी जितनी पार्टीज हैं आपकी एएमआईएम वगैरह, वो कहां रह जाती हैं? All right, we'll just try and figure out the audio of Mr. Junaidi. But if I can show you some of those that data that I was talking about earlier, there is a lot of insights that you get when we talk about Telangana and see the original map of Telangana. Take a look at how things have changed. Here you've got this map of Telangana, and if we could see the map comparison here. This earlier is what used to be the BRS area. Here, this entire pink is the BRS. The Congress has grown in these parts, but take a look at where the BJP is also getting their seats from. They were at 1 earlier and they have gone up 7 seats to 8 right now. The BRS has come down 49, less than half their seats are left, and the Congress has gone up 44. But these are the seats that they have. KV Ramana Reddy, he of course is the man of the day. He's been a giant slayer, not just defeating Revanth Reddy. Remember, this was supposed to be the biggest battle of them all. The two CM candidates, Mr. KCR and Revanth Reddy, both fought from here, both defeated by a local who came from nowhere. KV Ramana Reddy winning this in Kamareddy. And then of course you have got Armoor. It's a tribal seat. You have got Nizamabad urban. Again, this is a very important seat. I'm being told that it's time for a very quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. But can the BJP bank on the Modi magic alone? All of today, the party has been saying, Modi ki guarantee, ek akela sab par bhari. But will this over-reliance on the Prime Minister, could it become bhari for the BJP? That's what we'll talk about back in a minute.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth and many lose sight of what is the real issue.
I ask the legitimate question and uncover the whole truth.
Don't tax the poor people who are using petrol, diesel to go to work or to send their children to school.
I give you the complete picture in black and white. Not a colored opinion, facts that help you form your opinion.
The News Hour at 9. Weeknights at 9, only on Times Now.
She asks tough questions like no other journalist.
आपके ऊपर तो कई घोटालों के भी आजकल आरोप लग रहे हैं। देश में सिर्फ एक बात की चर्चा है कि क्या बीजेपी राहुल गांधी से डर गई।
She takes on the masters of Indian politics like no one else can.
विपक्ष कम से कम उत्तर प्रदेश में ये कह रहा है कि आप हवा बना रहे हैं, निवेश कोई आया ही नहीं इस राज्य में। राहुल गांधी का कहना है कि देश में लोकतंत्र मरता जा रहा है, खतरे में है।
Because she speaks for you the way no one else can.
What about the charges against the government that this is a favored company by the government? How do you look at India on the world map of countries to watch out?
Because your voice must be heard, your questions answered, above all else. Frankly speaking with Navika Kumar.
Can I have your attention please? क्या आप दिन की सही शुरुआत ढूंढ रहे हैं? I believe in an action-packed, fast-paced, agenda-setting start to the day. खबर सिर्फ दिखाना नहीं, असर होना भी जरूरी है। I'm Mamita Badwa. I'm Pratibha. मैं हूँ शिवरा मल्होत्रा and you're watching the Morning News Hour. Whenever news breaks, you will see us. Process it, analyze it, and broadcast it. After the spot reporters, we are the first responders. We are at the front line
of every news event.
We are situation analysts, raw, live, and unedited. Pure news, pure passion.
Times Now, action begins here.
When news is troubling.
They rented this house right here and 3 days later she was murdered.
When news is for common man.
We are asking you for the Aam Aadmi that why the proper checks and balances were not done, sir.
When news is for nation.
Right now, I'm just few meters away from Pakistani post which is acting as launch pads for terrorists.
When news is exclusive.
We are reporting from few miles away from the line of factual control.
We report from ground zero. Times Now. Action begins here.
Explosive, exclusive, and beyond.
The show that gets you the inside track.
A deep dive into stories that matter.
Raising questions you won't ask.
Your voice is now our voice. Watch Blueprint with me, Meghna,
And Pranesh.
at 6:30 p.m. every weekday.
Only on Times Now.
When journalism is led by integrity and when experience meets passion, there is no scope for half-truths. When the noise drowns out the truth.
Well, those are visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving at the BJP headquarters. And what a day it's been for the BJP. What a victory. Madhya Pradesh, stupendous victory, almost very close to the 2013 euphoria when Modi was just breaking into the national scene after being the three-time Chief Minister of Gujarat, and to continue to have the same amount of support from the people 10 years down the line. It's a phenomenon that the opposition will be studying extremely closely, and this time it was a very emotional moment.